What family law sounds like versus the reality. Family law seems, at least from what I've gathered on TV, it seems intense. It seems as if you have a huge audience. It seems as if there's a back and forth dialogue, and like honestly, paperwork doesn't exist, to be honest. But what I find that people don't quite understand about court, whether it's family law or not, is you might have to wait 2 or 3 hours for a 15-minute hearing. That's just how that docket rolled, right? Or you might be in a situation where you're set for a full 2-day or 1-day trial, and you get there and there are 2 or 3 other cases also set for a 1 or 2-day trial in front of the same judge. How's everybody gonna have 2-day trial in front of one person? It's a reality. It happens. Especially in situations sometimes where you ask for a postponement and you can't get it for whatever reason, but your judge is double booked, and now you got to get a postponement. But now your case is even further out than if it would have been if you'd have got the postponement you asked for initially. It happens. It happens. What else? The lack of paperwork in these court hearings on TV, not a thing. Family lawyers come stacked with papers. Copies for you, copies for the witness, copy for the bench, copy for the opposing party. If your lawyer shows up to trials without paperwork, you should be worried, because that's not gonna float. Crying. I think TV makes it seem like crying helps you when trying to prove your points because you're emotionally invested in stuff. Honestly, I think it backfires. I think a lot of the times when people cry in court, it almost never helps them, and it feels like manipulation. It feels like manipulation. And once I feel like you're trying to manipulate the situation, I don't know how judges take that. But to me, when you start randomly crying in court, I feel like it's manipulation. If I think I have a crier, somebody who actually is likely to cry, I try to get them to not do it in advance. You got to do your part, but, and soothe them and all that, but it still feels like manipulation. You were literally fine 2 seconds ago, now you're crying. And then I ask you another question and now you're crying again. Or now you're fine. But when it's about you hating so-and-so, now you're mad and angry. And then I ask you about how your kids took it, now you're crying. It's so much crying. Like at the drop of a dime. So TV and reality, two different things.